So apparently there's an opinion that because of what I mentioned about upgrades, that GT simulates real world stuff about, doing things to engines, and that's why it's like it. Perhaps they should add more sort of real world stuff. Okay, see this car? This car is a Jaguar. Do you know how many there are of these in the world, in the real world? How many real cars like this there are? There's one. One. So if GT is going down the route of simulating real world stuff, only one person in the world that owns a copy of GT7 should be able to purchase this car. Moreover, even if we're saying, well, let's allow all players to purchase this car, then you should only be able to purchase one of it, not multiple. So either GT's like going, yeah, do you know what? We'll design a game that you can buy in a game shop, but we're going to make it as, go down the proper sim, sort of reflecting real world stuff, or we're going to design a game to be utilized and played by players on our game console, which we call a PlayStation. I mean, I'll just let you in on a little secret. I bought Gran Turismo 7 from a game shop with the sole intention of playing it on a games console. And the people who designed the original Gran Turismo back in the day designed it as a game. So either we're literally taking this and its upgrade system and mirroring real world stuff, or we're not. And by the fact that you can get multiple versions of this car where there's only one in real life, and therefore attempt different builds on its engine with your multiple cars, if you have the credits, then Gran Turismo is absolutely in the camp of we're designed to function as a video game. My problem with the upgrades as they work and are in the game is that some of these cars cost a lot of credits and they take a lot of work to get. And what Gran Turismo is saying is that when you go into the upgrade shop and you purchase your upgrades that we discussed for the engine, you can't try them before you buy them. Not only can't you try them before you buy them, but you don't have a test track in which to test pieces and swap pieces in and swap pieces out while you're trying them before you buy them. It's kind of like you've got your car, and in that example of the Jaguar that I've just shown you, that costs 12 million credits. Some of them cost 20 million credits, like this one, for example. So you've got your car, and you want to try a build for it to meet a certain PP criteria for whatever you like to choose to use it for in your game, while you're sat on your backside in your lounge with your pad in your hand, staring at the TV screen, and if you're like me, you'll have a goldfish expression on your face. And you want to try a build for it. Now, you might want to try multiple builds. There might be let's say there are 5 ways to build your car, right, just hypothetically, to get to the PP requirement, and you would like to try and find out which is the most effective, which offers you the most effective use of your car for the tracks that you want to use within the PP criteria. You'd have to buy 5 versions of it. In some of the cases that I've mentioned, like for example this one, that's 20 million a pop. before you even start spending credits trying to build it. So either Gran Turismo is going to go down the route of, yes, we'd like to simulate that, you can't do this in real life with your engine, but it's not, because we've already identified that by the fact that there's more than one of these cars that you could potentially purchase in the game, where there's only one in real life. From a design perspective, what that's doing is it's putting players off experimenting with the full purpose of which Gran Turismo was essentially designed to give the players the freedom of expression in building and playing with building and tuning cars and painting them like they've put in the livery editor now. And I've previously expressed this in far more detail on other videos that I've got, as I've said before. So for a design choice of a game, to go down the route of you have to buy a new engine every time you want to try different builds, or a new car of the same model to try different builds to try and optimize your build, that becomes a poor design choice for what Gran Turismo is actually being, which is a video game. And if anybody would like to try doing things in real life, then I suggest they turn off their console, put their pad down, walk out of their lounge, go out of their front door, and do things real life. Either we can critique Gran Turismo in terms of I'm sat on my backside holding a pad looking at my TV screen because I'm playing a video game, in which case we can critique its design choices and the impact on the player and the impact on what it's actually designed to do. Gran Turismo and games like Forza Motorsport, let's not talk about Horizon because Horizon's completely different, came after Forza Motorsport, and I'm sick to death of people referring to Horizon every time I mention Forza Motorsport. The two are completely incomparable. So games like Forza Motorsport and Gran Turismo, now that Gran Turismo has its livery editor, as I've previously said on my other videos, offer a level of customization that is unmatched in any other game type. To be able to create a build and tune, as in camber, toe, caster, differentials, roll bars, etc., tyre pressures, etc. To be able to build and tune cars for specific power criteria and then paint them and get them to go in a style that you enjoy driving gives a level of customization unmatched. And if you design your game poorly, like I'm highlighting that I believe Gran Turismo is designed poorly because you cannot swap it in and out engine bits, and people are saying, well, it's not real life. It's a video game design choice. So if you're happy, if it comes down to this as a player, are you happy having to buy multiple cars to try builds without a try before you buy system on cars going up to 20 million credits per pop? Is that a good design choice, or is that a poor one? Because, as I've shown with this car, where there's only one in real life, Gran Turismo is not aping real life. It is designed and programmed and built from the first game to be a video game. And the sooner that people can understand and accept that, the better at critiquing the design choices made in Gran Turismo will be as a community. God's Medicine over and out.